Hello guys, welcome back to a BeachWhaleShow movie review where we're going to talk about Night Swim. So apparently Night Swim is based on a 2014 short, which apparently that's been created by Bryce McGregor, who basically directed that one, and then all of a sudden he wanted to direct a bigger and longer film, which is Night Swim. And I'm going to go right into this. It is created by, it's Blumhouse Productions, my bad.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the ones who made like...
I'm trying to think of what horror movies they've
all
made.
the bad horror movies.
Yeah, normally
all
they're
the generic
bad.
horror movies.
I think they do The Nun.
Yeah, The Conjuring, all that
Yeah,
kind of
okay.
good stuff.
Like,
We saw them before.
Yeah, there's like no creativity. in those
Yeah,
movies.
so they're back at it again. They wanted to make another kind of generic kind of film. But is this movie right for you guys? Is this something that people should go out to go see and buy, tickets for this? And I'll tell you right away, I'd rather have a refund right now. It was not good. Yeah, it is not one of the best films that I've seen. It's starting out this year.
Yeah.
And
was our first movie of the year?
Yeah.
It's our first movie of the year.
It's the first movie of the year, and of course, when we're trying to review this, we're trying to go a little bit both ways, just to give you guys if it's going to be good for you or bad for you. But this is really bad. Save your money. Don't go to this.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time.
Stop movies like...
Yeah, but Blumhouse is definitely going to continue these kind of sort of productions. So you're going to see more of these eventually. Because remember, they're the ones who are kind of pushing the genre, and the budget is a $15 million.
No.
Which they're going to gain this back. So we're probably going to see a Night Swim 2. This is something that it's just...
They barely showed any...
No, barely anything. So we're going to go to first non-spoiler review.
There
And
was
then
no
we're going
Godzilla.
Well, of course not.
Godzilla was on the screen more.
All right, so let's go right for the boy. What do you
Okay.
thought of this film?
Dude, bad. I was going and I was passing out.
Yeah, I could tell because I saw you were passing out.
It was dog water.
Yeah.
Absolutely dog water.
And why was it? Is it like just a night swim?
It's
is it
just
like
a very generic horror movie that surprisingly did worse than a very generic horror movie. There was nothing scary about it.
the characters? What do you thought of them? Like, what do you thought of the dad, the mom?
I hated them. They were like generic.
The Waller
Their
family,
acting-
basically.
Their acting was not it.
Wyatt Russell, Carrie Condon.
I don't even remember their names.
Yeah, that's what they are. Basically, it's Ray Waller, Evie Waller, and basically the Waller family. That's what they are. So, were you satisfied with kind of like what's in the pool? Can you even tell what was in the pool?
No, that's why it's like, where did the money go? They only showed faces and that was it.
Remember, this is a $15 million budget.
Yeah, that's
you
what
can't
I'm-
give
like,
them
how?
much of that. Yeah, and I'll tell you straight up, like just for a little bit, the jump scares were not good. It was a waste of time. It was
And
not
the
good at all.
dialogue.
Do you like it how they were like looking at the camera and just going like, "It's the pool"? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, we'll go right into it more.
That part was hilarious.
And do you like kind of the plot to what the pool is all about?
Nah,
Technically,
it's stupid. What Ocean said a little bit, that kind of made it sound a little bit better, but we'll get into it when we're talking about it.
all right. So don't worry. So let's go right into Ocean. What do you thought of this night of the swim? Because apparently there's not really much of night swimming here. It was
Yeah.
mostly
Yeah.
daytime.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say the dialogue is really bad. It just kind of looked like a TV movie.
You did look-
Where you see it where
it
SCW.
looked like
Like,
something
yeah.
CW like would try to make.
Go on.
Yeah. It didn't help that they have baseball in there. I hate baseball, and I did not expect to see a baseball movie.
Remember, it's not about the baseball; it's what's in the pool.
He's got a pull.
Yeah. You barely see the monsters.
Do you like the flashbacks?
Okay, nah, that shit was annoying.
Flashbacks.
Oh,
That was
Yeah, the
funny.
flashbacks about the pool. But what do you thought of the kids? What do you thought of their point of view? Do you think they were on to something with how like their lifestyle is changing because of the pool?
They were just boring. But how did their lifestyle change?
Well, because they keep moving. Oh yeah, you were. Yeah, they keep moving,
Mhm.
and we'll talk about it soon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But basically, what they did is they keep on moving until they're like, it's kind of like the generic, like they can't fit in
Yeah.
easily
Yeah.
with a kid, and because they just keep on moving
Okay, but
Yeah.
why were they moving all the time?
because of the dad, because they keep
Because-
getting drafted because his baseball.
Oh, okay.
You gotta know baseball. It's like getting drafted. Because of his back, nobody wants him. They were boring. Don't get me wrong. But do you like at least the purpose of the pool, what it basically does?
No, I won't say what, but like I think it was the Regal account. They made me think it was something else. And they spoiled one of the monsters, but at the same time, I thought that was like the main monster, but she was barely in it, and you couldn't even tell what it was.
Yeah,
but I thought that like that's what it was, so I was like kind of excited for that. So I was like, oh, that sounds cool, but it wasn't. The wishing thing was weird, and it was cheesy.
I was hoping like more scary stuff with the water because not just the pool. Yeah. Like let's just say you're in the toilet, just something touches you, like oh my god, it's touching me. Yeah. Or like taking a shower, like the dad, or something. It's just
they could get creative with that, like the Ring where they're in the shower.
The Ring?
No, that was
The Grudge.
Yeah, they could have done some. They could have copied that and it would have been a little better.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, and I think that the plot throughout the whole thing about like the dad being like an injured MLB player is just boring. Yeah. It's something that they should have not done with that. Yeah. Because I don't think not a lot of people play baseball. I'm assuming so.
People do, but
he didn't seem that injured. But I don't know.
Do you like how they're figuring out like things basically? Like the mom is like, I gotta look everything like in the Wikipedia. And
you mean the montage?
Oh,
of
that's
the
classic.
Research.
You gotta have that.
Yeah, you almost have to. So. You don't have it. How else are we gonna find out?
Because this is like kind of like the year of dump or like the month of dumping stuff.
Yeah,
January. That's for sure. Because I don't think there's nothing really else good coming out this month. But this is kind of one that I just like. I really wish I didn't set this up. It's not that good. So let's go to final verdicts. Boy, what are you gonna give this film?
It's bad. Real bad. So it's like 2 out of a 10. Yeah, it's
2 out of 10. Yeah, so it's bad, awful. And how about you, Ocean? What do you think of this? Especially since your name is Ocean, so you basically you got to give it a 1 up since it's kind of water.
It's kind of water.
Yeah, it's a 2.
It's a 2. 10. You sure you weren't scared at all about this?
I just don't like when they stuck their hands into things. And their whole arms into things.
They did not use gloves.
I don't like that.
Yeah. It was kind of gross. There was this one part where the mom picked up like a bug or something, and it just put it gently, and I'm like, oh,
what bug?
You didn't see it? Like she was going to the pool. The pool was dirty, and she just reached in, and then she picked up like.
Oh, I would do that.
No, that's disgusting. Don't do that.
Well, I mean, he used his cut hand.
Yeah, he used his bare hand and stuck it down the drain.
Okay, so we got 2, and I will agree with you guys. It is definitely a 2. It's a waste of time. It is bad. It's an awful film, and this is the worst so far of the year. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be plenty of it. For a $15 million budget, it's definitely gonna make up the money already. It already made up its budget, $17 million. So and I'm pretty sure since we kind of helped it. So it's gonna get a little bit jump.
I think we could direct the movie.
Oh yeah, there's hope. There is hope. I could definitely agree with that. So I don't know what the heck is Blumhouse is gonna be making. Hopefully not less quality. I'd rather have better films coming out from them. Atomic Monsters. So, but I think they're making what was it called? Not the what we call it, Dead by Daylight film.
They are?
Yeah, they're the ones who are making it. So I don't know if they keep doing like this, they're just gonna ruin it. But we'll see, and we'll go on and tear this movie apart in the spoilers, and just go into it. So, in the beginning, it's like what you said. You know that little girl who went into the pool?
Oh, it showed that?
Yeah, it showed that woman, or like, the previous owner who had the pool. Basically, that little girl was drowning. Yeah. She's the one who drowned because she wanted to go get her little brother's toy boat that you keep seeing.
Oh, that's what that was?
Okay. Yeah. And I'm just like, please don't go into the pool. Especially in the night. Who the hell would try to get something out of the pool at night? Because if you think about it, can you imagine, like, your imagination goes wild. Right? If you're little, wouldn't you think there'll be sharks in that pool? Or like creatures? Or if you're not a very good swimmer, won't your imagination go wild? Like, wouldn't you just stay away from the pool?
Probably, yeah.
On the boat.
What was it called, basically? Like, if you just keep imagining stuff in the pool or like the deepest... Like, because remember, I used to be really afraid of the pool. Like, in the deep end. What do you call it? Like a phobia or something like that? Yeah, but it's something what it is. Like, you never know what's really deep in there. Yeah. Even though it's just a pool.
Yeah.
Which is
It's
hilarious.
not like the ocean.
Yeah. So what she's trying to do is trying to be very helpful for her brother because he was really sick.
Okay.
And obviously she went to go over there, try to get the boat, but obviously the boat was, just in the middle of the ocean, just like that cat.
Mm-hmm.
The cat, and then of course she was using like what do you call those things where you clean up with the stick?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what she was trying to do. And then apparently a hand pulled up and grabbed her and she fell in. And then that's where you saw her like basically getting taken.
Around.
Yeah, fighting around.
It looked like it was swinging her.
No, it was.
Like,
It was swinging her. It was crazy. It's
Instead
just
of
like
pushing her down, it looked like it was just going like this.
I was like, is a shark down there like chewing her
Yeah.
up or something? Yeah. So that's what basically happened in the beginning. It was basically set in the summer of 1992, and that's exactly when it happened, and that's where she died. And we didn't know that the mother was actually possessed, and the kid was feeling a lot better. But they never really showed the kid. That's what's crazy. Like, they never showed, like, a photo of the kid, like he's doing well, or he went to Washington, like, nothing. They didn't show nothing. And I was, like, wondering. I was like, is the kid all right?
Of him.
Oh, really? I did not notice.
There was a painting of him.
Oh, a painting?
It looks like a painting of him.
Well, that was a pretty bad photo because I couldn't even see anything. All I just see something like about the lady talking. He's like, yeah, he's in Washington doing something. Like, he's doing a lot better.
Yeah.
Well, she's like, are you infected by the pool too? Yeah, it was definitely bad. But then that's when we go back because you guys didn't really miss much. It was just that part.
Oh, okay.
It was just the first scene where basically the first setup to the pool and how she died. And I guess she's the only spirit that's helping them, which is kind of weird. But yeah, either way, let's go on. Boy, that's when you guys came in. It's just basically them buying the house. So, okay.
Was he watching videos or what was he doing?
Oh, the kids?
No. What happened when we walked in? I don't remember what happened.
Oh, so they were going inside. So basically they were just,
Oh, they skipped the unpacking scene, right?
Yeah, so what they were doing, they were going out there looking for houses because apparently he's been drafted to a different, stadium, whatever the NBA,
Yeah.
So this is when we look at them, like the kids were just on their phones and all that. They were just packing everything and they just saw this house. Of course, that's the part where it was all dirty. The mother looked at the pool and then she picked up like the cockroach, which was nasty. So, and obviously that's when they went to the doctors to go check up their, like what's going on with them. And they were telling them like, it'll be better if you start like, just doing some yoga stuff and maybe like going into a pool. What was it called? Like pool therapy or something like that?
Yeah, the pool therapy.
Yeah, like just relax in there or something like, and then that's
around.
Yeah, swim around, and that's what happened. So, and obviously he got the idea of just like, there's a pool right there. Might as well take the house because I could just have therapy right there. And that's what happened.
That's how you got okay.
Yeah, and that's when it was like one of the most ridiculous things because they went to the doctors again.
Yeah.
And obviously they said when he was starting to feel better, he's like, that pool, like they just keep talking about the pool. Like that pool does miracle stuff. And the lady was like, you know what? I guess my idea was pretty good. Like that pool. I'm like, what? Yeah. It was just so ridiculous. Like all they do is talk about that damn pool, which it makes sense because that pool is giving him natural powers.
Yeah, especially when we dive into that scene.
After that, it was just one of those things like when they finally officially bought the house. Yeah, so the woman, yeah, I said this. So she touched the pool and it's not even clean. I'm like, you gotta wash those hands. Yeah, so after that, the end, that's when after the whole touching the green stuff, the baseball player guy, Waller, Mr. Waller, he falls into the dirty pool. And that's when he started to get flashbacks of his, useful, and, the MLB.
Yeah, okay.
When he started, like, swinging, I guess the pool hurt him or went to his imagination head and then granted him his wish, even though he did not say anything. Remember, that's when he started, like, imagining stuff, like flashbacks.
All the baseball, yeah.
So after that, they started, like, cleaning the pool, the family and all, after when they purchased the whole property. Yeah. Like the daughter, the daughter, I think she does really pretty good well. Like she fits in really easily, except for the son, because apparently the son he has problems fitting in. So basically, they showed about school. It didn't really matter. I guess she was gonna get a boyfriend eventually. That's funny. The boyfriend didn't really much matter, really.
I thought he was gonna get killed.
That's when they started cleaning the pool, and that's when he gets, stabbed because I guess he was reaching into that hole in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
With no gloves, mind you.
Doesn't really matter.
Kind of.
Yeah, and I guess he gets stabbed by something.
Yeah, that could have got infected.
Oh yeah, it did.
Which he got infected.
Yeah, he did got infected. He really did because he touched it when, and he all of a sudden, I guess that was the part where he made the deal.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that was the part. So after when that happened, they called in for hire. You know, those people that actually basically
to get the pool set up, right?
Yeah, to set up, clean everything, and just try to make it all nice and sparkly.
That's where we learned that it used to be like spring water.
Just a normal like little lake, and after that they just built a house on top of it.
Yeah.
So, and then the pool was that, which was ridiculous. And I'm still kind of confused about that. Is the well connected, or basically the sewers connected to that lake, or is just that specific spot? Because I'm kind of thinking and then how did that old lady got some water from that pool? Did she take some of the pool and took it to her house? The previous owner?
Yeah,
do you remember that?
I know, like, how are you still sick?
Which we're never going to get unless they make a night swim too, and it makes sense from there.
Alright.
Which I doubt.
That's when it could happen.
So apparently the dad, he was right there with his mom. I guess the mom finally goes out and tried to take a swim because she couldn't pay, or they were trying to pay bills and all that because she was like stressed out, so she has to take a little night swim. And this is the first scary stuff that started to happen. You know, the lights were flickering.
They were flickering. You saw standing. You saw.
Oh yeah, standing over the pool.
Yeah.
Was it the dad? I couldn't.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard to tell. For
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay.
And then you got the cat.
Did the cat? Yeah, that's afterwards with the whole mom who was trying to figure out what the hell has happened to the pool.
Yeah, but the cat was like, "What's up?" And then the cat left.
Of course, that's the part where the cat just disappeared, right?
Yeah, and then that's when all that stuff starts happening.
Yeah.
With the first scary scene with the.
Do you like it how they were just trying to go look for the cat?
You could tell, like
just
she
in the
didn't-
backyard.
She didn't care. She was just like, okay, hon.
No,
we'll-
none of them cared.
Yeah,
we'll look for the cat.
No one cared about that cat. They just saw the collar missing in the pool.
They're like, oh, it touched the water and got spooked and ran away. This is the next day. Because after that scene,
Yeah.
she went upstairs and she talked to the husband saying, were you standing right there? And he's like, nah.
So, is the cat, like, a sacrifice? Wouldn't that count?
Yeah, wouldn't that count? What the fuck?
The pool was hungry and it probably wanted a snack before it gets
did
real
the cat
mean.
get a wish? What happened?
That's another mystery thing. Yeah, that is kind of true. I don't know why the pool went after the cat.
They didn't even show anything happen to the cat. They just showed some really bad CGI of it getting mad.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they didn't want to harm the cat because they couldn't afford a CGI.
Yeah, 15 million. It's too much for 15 million.
Of
I'm
course.
sorry.
Yeah, no. They don't want that little...
That thing doesn't even cost a mil, but I
Yeah.
guess just the CGI it did.
And after that, the dad is starting to finally feel amazing.
Is this where they go to the baseball game?
Well, he's starting to feel more, better because when they were looking out through the cat, he started looking at his cut and it was all healed up.
Yeah.
So he was just like, "What is going on?" And that's when the part where he's like, in the doctor, and the doctor is like, "I'm feeling a lot better, doc. Like I'm starting to do all this stuff," and it's like all because of the pull therapy. And the doctor was like, "What? I never heard that before. But if I recommend it, hell yeah, I did that." Whoever wants a recommendation,
And the
they come
diet.
to me.
In the diet.
Oh yeah, and the diet. That's like, what was it? Like only 2 weeks it took for the pull.
Yeah.
Like he was in, and after that he started to feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the part where you guys were mentioning about the TV. You know how it started flickering on with the the MLB.
Oh,
Like his past glory self.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, like does the water control the static of the
Yeah,
TV all of a
it's-
sudden? It's like, how is that going to be possible? Like it doesn't even do anything. It just turns on magically. I guess they just wanted to have like some sort of little history for the dad, but it's kind of weird because I guess the TV is so old that it doesn't work properly. And you just see the dad just bench pressing. He's like, "Yeah, I'm feeling all better."
Yeah. The kid wanted to go out for a swim.
Yeah. And he told them something about like what the quarters thing, like
Yeah.
you know what? Toss this one smiley face and I'll come, eventually.
Find it in the pool. Yeah.
I was like,
This is where the kid gets his scary moment. Pennywise. This is where we get Pennywise.
well, it was the little girl, right? Which apparently, I'm
Yeah.
kind of confused because the
That
little
was not a
girl.
little girl.
Well, yeah, it wasn't the little girl, but it was the little girl that was calling for him for
Yeah.
help.
Mhm.
And then it turned out to be like a creature or something.
Yeah.
With awful gloves. Can you tell the gloves were like black and all that?
Yeah.
It was bad. So what happened here, Ocean? What do you thought of that little creature, the first thing that popped out?
Where he was grabbing his toy,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then it was like had
Yeah.
all the hair.
I thought that was the second creature, or no? I don't know.
Well, it was like
But-
the first creature that popped out. Because the one, it was just a figure for the mom. This one was just like him, like, you know, playing with the action figure, and then he's like, grabs the boy's arm. He's like, I got you. And he's like, oh, I forgot that I'm in the other side of the pool, so I can't really get you.
Yeah. I noticed that the hair on it was like blonde.
Was it blonde?
Yeah.
I thought it was brown.
I thought it was brown too.
No, it was like a dark blonde.
They were hallucinating.
Yeah,
It was that bad.
Yeah, but
they
were just throwing quarters in
there. They don't even like barely show anything.
Yeah, they didn't. That's what I'm saying. Where did the money go?
And here's another thing. So they went to the baseball game because I guess the kid was not comfortable.
Was that the next day or was that before?
That was the next day.
Okay, yeah.
That was the next day, you know, like trying to make friends with people, you know, with kids, because like apparently everybody know who the hell his dad is.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing there's not that very much of MLB players out there. And I guess he was one of the best. I put down here he seems like an ass because he was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, for some reason he was all like being so cocky. I guess it's probably because of the pool, like giving him those natural powers, and this is when we finally got the powers that with the flashback with the pool that he just got a home run.
Yeah, he broke the ball and then he broke the light.
So all you need is the pool to get, you know, powerful, and eventually you get a home run. Because he missed a couple of 3 times. I thought, for me, when I first saw that, I thought it was the pool kind of like leaving his body. You know what I thought when he first fell in?
Yeah.
Like he was losing the kind of the power from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that would have been more interesting, that he needs to be in the pool to gain more strength. And if he wants more lasting of it, he should probably do a sacrifice, you know, like the little boy. But no, it just turned on all of a sudden.
He had to just think about the pool.
Yeah, when she did. He thought of his glory days and the pool.
After when he hits like a home run, he actually went to the pool and just started laying down. You know, like when he was just laying down to the pool, like becoming one with the pool.
He was like, yeah, everyone's like, nice job. His son's just staring at him.
So it was just one of those things. It was just like,
Well, this is what I was thinking like the whole time, because I saw that one of the monsters was a mermaid, which I don't even know if you guys could even see that.
See,
that was a mermaid?
That's why I thought it was kind
of cool. The lady one was a mermaid, and you can't even tell it's a mermaid. So the reason why I think it's the guy seeing all these flashbacks and stuff, I thought it's maybe because she was a mermaid, and she was like being like a siren and like showing him like his wish or whatever, but it doesn't really make sense because it wasn't all like, I don't think it was all like guys in the past. So yeah, it doesn't make sense. But that's what I was thinking where I was going from what I saw.
I mean, out of the best makeup, I think that thing looks the scariest. The mermaid thing.
It was really difficult to see. All I saw was dark.
Because they would only show up for 2 seconds.
I was excited that it was a mermaid.
See, I would want to see that more.
Yeah, exactly.
But they just kind of went over that.
They needed to pocket money. But that's the scene with the boy, right? Or the girl?
That's the girl. Because apparently that was the part where the most interesting part that actually did happen. Basically what's going in that pool.
Yeah.
Because apparently she went under, and I guess it opened like a new different world, I guess. And I guess I love the part where it was kind of like a window trying to get back to the original pool site.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I kind of liked about it, because I guess she was playing Marco Polo with his boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the ghost.
I kind of like how the boyfriend like left.
Well, my funny thing is like he dipped, and then he's like, "You were only in there for 2 seconds, dude. You got out of the pool. What you mean?"
Oh yeah, he never said anything like that.
Yeah,
he said, "Why didn't you say fish out of water?"
But that interesting part though, that scary scene with the girl when she went a lot deeper in and basically went to the different world.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny. It's like, are the monsters slow in that pool? Because I feel like they're a lot faster.
All they do is go woo.
Probably because they're in a pool. Maybe time feels slower because they're moving slow. I don't know.
So how the hell? It's just ridiculous. So that's why they need those like those, what do you call this, like the pull nets or the pull mats to get covered up for the boy so he won't escape, so they can finally get him. Yeah. It's kind of funny to me, but oh well. So after that, the whole party, they start going to that pool party, and this is when the brother was acting weird.
He's here to film.
Yeah, he was there filming outside the window like a creep, like what's going on in that water. And the funny thing is, if you looked a little bit closer to to him recording, it looks like he was not even getting the full pull. Like he was just getting half the wall and then half the pull side. And I was just laughing my ass off. I was like, I don't think that's the right way to do it, but okay. So while he was being like a peeping Tom or something like that, just watching the pool party, and apparently his dad was, I guess, like he wanted to show off so he could actually have this chicken fight with his muscular. I guess we called him like a steroid Shrek.
Called him
like the buff guy who came in with it. And then he got somebody else's kid to go.
Yeah,
it was kind of weird.
The chicken fight.
Chicken fight. There you go. That's what you call him. But he got somebody else's son that is not his own.
Yeah, it was the one who. It was the other dude who convinced him to play ball earlier. It was his son.
Coach's
coach's son, and he was a big fan of him.
He's like hyping himself up, the dad. So after that, that's when the mother was having, I guess, like cake with the one who sold them the house. Like there's some things going on in this pool.
Oh, and everything.
The old lady, yeah. And what happened, Ocean, here?
She told her that a girl named Rebecca drowned there. So
she's like, how'd you know?
And I guess she was trying to keep her mouth shut about it.
Yeah.
It's like, you're such an ass of a lady.
I was waiting for the sale to be complete.
So obviously the mom was trying to figure things out, what's going on, because she started noticing things, and especially her kids starting to, and they starting to act weird about it. But after that whole thing that was going on, I guess the dad was starting to get controlled by whatever's in that black ooze coming out of that pool, and he's starting to get controlled by it.
Drowning the kid.
Yeah, he was holding his thighs, and he's like, "You're not going nowhere."
Yeah. He said,
yeah. Do you love that part when they start going into like the cameras into his face while he's screaming?
Yeah, those scenes with the dad are weird.
It really were.
They are.
And I like that part because apparently that's when the kid, his son, finally noticed that something was going on. He's like, Mom.
Yeah.
Like, Dad is like drowning a kid. And that's when the actual kid's son showed up, or father showed up, and he went to go save his son, and the dad was still in the pool.
Yeah, he was vibing. Who got him out? It didn't show.
It didn't show.
They should have showed the next scene, and he was just on the fucking... on his back on the fucking
like, is that what they're gonna do, like CPR or something? Like, he's in there for a long time. So after that, I guess that's the part where the neighbors started hating on them. It's like the mom of the boy who the dad tried drowning, telling him like, we should press charges or something. He's like, you know what, it's better if you don't go nowhere near our family again. Because I guess the dad was such a pretty cool guy because he didn't want to press charges because the kid had bruises, and I would have been like, no, fuck that. Press charges. Get that man to jail. Because he had that kid for a while.
The next thing they're trying to leave the house.
Yeah, there you go.
It was just like, they're just in the fucking car. It's raining.
Yeah, because you know how the atmosphere is starting to get all bleak and sad. It's like, we got to go out of the house. And I guess the pool is not letting him leave.
Yeah.
Because he started to feel pain and killing him from inside.
Yeah.
See, that's a weird part.
Yeah, that was like weird. Freaking coughing up the black shit.
And I guess it was just pretty much destroying him inside, and he just can't leave the house and the pool premise to it. Even though after that, the mom went to go try to discover what exactly was going on. And the old lady has the same symptoms.
So that's the funny part, because the kids weren't home and the mom left, and the dad was just passed out in the bed by himself. So
hooked up to the pool water?
That's weird. Yeah, they never really explained that.
They didn't explain that. Yeah.
Maybe you're probably onto something, or was it air? I can't remember.
I mean,
you would think it's air, but
probably air, but maybe it's pool water.
Yeah, maybe she took some with her.
Yeah, so after that, the mom, after the whole thing that they couldn't leave, the mom went to go on Inspector Gadget, and try to investigate what exactly happened. She's starting to figure out that there was more owners who actually previously, like, somebody died. And I guess they wouldn't even show it to, like, exactly who died. I guess they showed it, like, back in, like, before times, something happened to them, and someone got better, and there were some news, and, like, one person disappears and one becomes better. Like, it was kind of going back and forth with that, and she was trying to figure out putting, pieces there and here. And that's when she figured out previous owner that's kind of somewhere near the area, and she tried giving them a call, but nobody answered. So then she went to go over the lady that we were talking about, who's hooked up by the water, I guess. Who was basically still
talking about her
Yeah.
son and the sacrifice.
Something like that. It's just ridiculous. And
her son was sick.
Yeah, she was sick, and it was just one of those things. And I guess she was like saying, and that's when we found out the full story, what happened to the daughter. Yeah, from the beginning one where she died and getting, you saw the bits and pieces right there.
Yeah.
They never even brought her back to her daughter. She said she was calling for her.
Yeah.
They didn't even bring her back.
Yeah. She's like, I ain't going to see that kid.
And I love this part because apparently after that whole investigation with that, the ladies started finally, I guess, oozing some black stuff from the for the pole, I guess, like crying black water. And I guess, like, was she dying technically, or
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
I think she was just getting possessed.
And saying something about like the pole needs somebody to keep going on and making wishes,
sacrifice.
Yeah, something like that, which was just ridiculous. But it was kind of cool seeing the old lady playing a little good part into it, though, because she was kind of creepy there. I'll give it that. She was creepy,
oozing out of her nose
and everything about it. But it wasn't as the best, but it was at least something. So after that, what happened?
And the daughter come home.
Oh, but don't you remember the old lady like spit like I guess threw up water?
Yeah,
into the bag, and then she grabbed the bag, and then she's trying to call help. But I guess the phone wasn't working, so it was just like that, and she couldn't.
Got water in the phone.
It got wet.
Yeah, and then that's the part where
I
guess
would
the
say
kids
keep the bag.
Huh?
What?
I would say keep the bag.
Yeah, of course. That's a creepy lady.
And I think that's when the son thinks he found the cat.
That's when the kids showed up, right?
Yeah. They showed up.
But what was the daughter doing?
Oh, she was trying to call the mom.
Or she was trying to look for the dad. I can't remember.
No, she was trying to call the mom.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, they were trying to find either of them. They were like, they're probably together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the part where everything started going down, because after that, the boy was trying to reach for the cat, which
is where we see the mermaid.
The mermaid, right? The awesome mermaid, and the mermaid just popped it instantly, and the boy just fell in.
Oh yeah, with her claws.
Yeah, and I was just like, I guess.
Then they started closing the freaking pool with the shade.
If it was magical mermaids, I'd have been like, you know what? I'm down. I would like to see that. But no, we got other spooky stuff. I guess there was mermaids before a long time ago, and I guess they made a wish themselves and they got killed, but oh well. So they kind of, and besides, if there were mermaids there, wouldn't they be a lot quicker in the water?
Yeah,
but I mean,
sure it was a mermaid. I'm having doubts that's a mermaid now.
I'm sad. Even said the name mermaid.
Okay, I'll just believe it. Yeah, this movie is dumb, alright? So yeah, I agree. So after that whole thing is going down, the boy was getting trapped underwater, taken deep under, should have been dead. And then that's when the mom finally showed up.
Because the daughter was stopping it, and they broke the damn thing, the shade.
It says, "Do you want to play mermaids? Night Swim is showing." And it has a picture of her.
This
is what I saw.
Twice.
And I was like, it looks terrible, but the fact that it's a mermaid is interesting.
I can't believe it. It's a mermaid.
They didn't even say it was or anything.
Nothing like that. I'm so bummed out. I would like to see that instead.
Yeah.
Like a mermaid doing wishes, it would have been much better. But instead, I feel like the mermaid's the one who died.
Doing a siren song, like showing people their wish.
Yeah, cool. See, that would have been sick. I would have been down for that. But no, the only thing we got was a split second popping a balloon.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I'm so mad. But yeah, so after the little boy going deep underground, that's when, or like deep under the pool, and then that's when the mom showed up, and then she went underneath first.
She's like, go get help to the daughter.
Yeah.
But before that, you see the glass break.
Oh, yeah.
There was like a glass of water that broke. So when the daughter runs in there, she fucking slips on it and stabs her fucking hand.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. And she was making noises. And after a split second of a noise, she stopped. Like, she heard something. It was like, don't worry, you're out of the pool. You're nowhere near the pool. You should be fine.
Yeah.
But little did she know, like, her dad was possessed. Because I guess he was in the shower. Getting possessed even more.
Yeah. Was powering him up or something.
So what's another funny part is I love how the mom went into the pool, got back up, and then went down again with the light. And then went back up again and tied the hose. and then that's when she went down. Dude, that kid is dead.
Yeah, he was in there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
More. Like, probably, let's just say, like, almost, like, 15. That kid is gone.
Yeah.
So after that, she went down and under, and then that's when she started, I guess, the hose started to come loose. And then she did another quick puff before it, didn't matter.
Yeah.
And it's funny, because I think that hose should, like, I don't think there's air.
Because she tied it.
Yeah. How would air go through that thing? She tied it good. Whatever. So she got like a quick second of puffing of air in there. Even though there's water going in the tube anyway.
That makes no sense.
Exactly. Because she tied it up in the top. So there's no air going in it. And when she goes underwater, there's air going through that tube. And if she tries sucking on it, she's only going to get water. Yeah, I'm poking so much holes to this because that's how dumb it is. Yeah. So after when she started going underneath it and started going down, she finally got the son. He looks dead already.
Yeah, he was.
And that's when we get a lot of jump scares because I guess we started to see every spirit that the pool took.
Just all it did was touch him, basically.
Yeah, that's all they did. It was touching them.
Yeah.
Is like come back and then she started leaving. She's trying to swim away, and that's when we go switch back to the daughter where apparently she was panicking because I guess she had her phone and it was wet and I guess she couldn't dial 911 so she gave up, and that's when the dad showed up and it started chasing her because he was possessed.
Marco Polo time.
Oh, that was dumb. That was really dumb. Like, Marco? Like, you forgot to say polo. Or was that?
Yeah, that was towards towards the end.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
During that whole scene, I was like, all right, I'm
checking
out.
You guys were checking out at that point.
I was very heavily checking out.
Yeah, I know. I was mad. I was laughing at the same time, too, because this is dumb. I was like, oh, that's what he said, right? And Paulie slammed it.
Locked her in.
Yeah, locked her in.
He was,
that's the thing. How was that being locked in? She got out easily.
How it didn't even show how she got like. She just saw the baseball.
I think he was just like, I don't care. It's happening anyway, or whatever. So he just left her.
No, he just left her. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother locking the door.
But but the mom locked the son out inside. The previous owner.
Oh.
The Asian? Yeah.
Well, because that previous owner had a key. The dad had no key, so he could have locked her daughter out, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
And that's when we saw, like, she grabbed the bat, like, I gotta do something, and then after that...
What's special about that?
And I guess this is the part where it made me laugh, too. Because that's when the dad came out, too, because I guess the son apparently died or something.
Yeah.
And the mom is like, we gotta go call for help. He's like, it's too late. He's gone. And then that's when he started choking her, like doing like the one choke lift. Yeah. And that's when the daughter come in. And then the mom did something with her hands, like this.
Yeah.
Like it's like doing like
the callback, the classic callback.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what she was doing. I thought she was trying to get him off.
Like it was ridiculous. She did a callback to this thing, like saying something about swing.
Yeah, but it's like no shit.
Yeah, it's like do it. Like I'm dying here. Yeah. So after that, she swung and hit his knees, his stomach. He was just kicking his ass.
She beat the fucking spirits out of him.
Yeah, let's just say it's a.
That's why he went to the pool. He's like, I'm not playing baseball anymore now.
She got his ass.
She beat my ass.
She beat his ass. Dude.
Oh yeah, she did.
She was just coughing up his blood, and she made him remember.
That's a preteens or like a pre-teenager's anger off of it, dad. Like, screw you, dad. So either way, after he bashed his brains in, he started throwing up some of the black ooze, right? Yeah. The black water. And then all of a sudden you see that, I guess he's starting to losing some of the power. That was the pool kind of controlling him. Yeah. Because his cut showed up again. Yeah, so after that, he's starting to realize, like, what's going on. Is like, the pool needs a sacrifice. Because or my son is going to die. So what he did is, like, don't take him, take me. And he's starting to go slowly into the pool. Yeah. Look at them. He's like, don't look back.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
That's your last word for your family?
Yeah. Another callback.
Oh, was it?
Was it another one? I kind of completely forgot.
The mom told him, don't look back about his... career.
Oh.
But what just him like getting back at her or something?
Yeah. Like, this is your fault. See, if I looked back, that would have been okay.
Yeah, we would have been in Pennsylvania now.
I know. Yeah. So that's what happened. What was he? So what he was saying that line to them, right? Yeah. Not to himself, right?
No.
Because I thought he was trying to tell that to himself. It's like, don't look back, and that's when he goes to the pool. But no, he said it pretty loud.
Yeah.
Because it would make more sense if he just goes like to himself, is like, don't look back.
Or like
It could
say
be
I
both.
love you, and then he turns around.
And then he says, don't look back.
Like,
But no, he shouted out loud and he just went into the pool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then all that black ooze came in. He was starting swimming in, and I guess he died inside.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
body went somewhere.
Yeah,
Somewhere else.
yeah. So it was.
Actually, before we continue, just to go back, how the fuck did the mom and the son get out of the fucking...
Rebecca showed them like where the top of the pool is.
Okay.
Yeah.
By showing them the coin floating up.
The
Okay.
one that the dad basically put a smiley face on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what she just had it in her hand, and she let go, and it went
Hmm.
bottom or up.
Floating up, but they were swimming the wrong way.
Yeah.
So she was swimming the wrong way for a long time.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Yeah, so
I
she had
kind
to
of
turn
find it
around.
funny is like instead of showing him that little quarter trick, which is pretty cool, don't get me
Mhm.
wrong, she could just point up. That's where you have to go. But she was just
Yeah.
like, you know what, I
Call
gotta
back,
show you.
call back to the quarter.
Yeah, she just gotta do that little trick, you know,
Yeah.
that neat trick. And I kind of like that part because it was kind of moving like
It looked
where
like
they're
there in
going.
space,
So,
yeah.
so I like that part. It had like little nuggets, like little chunks of good stuff behind all that shit. But it was just that little part that I liked because I was
Yeah.
like, okay, that's cool. But again, you could have just point.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it didn't matter. So I guess she was the only one who wasn't fully possessed, right?
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
And that they didn't explain
Maybe-
any of that either.
Maybe
no.
because she's the newest one.
That's dumb.
That's lazy, right?
It is.
Maybe,
I don't
I don't know. But we know and knows.
Yeah, see, it would have been a lot more good if they actually did that. Like when the boy was, you know, talking with her, he's like, she was saying like, help me, and then that's when a monster come and takes her away. When then hear her scream,
No, that would've
and
been
then
true.
that's when he comes and you know the
Yeah.
evil monster shadow that tried grabbed him.
Yeah, that would have been.
That would have been better. See, it would have at least given us like there's something like other possessing other like good spirits or something like
There's
that.
something good out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, but no, hell no, they didn't do any of that. They just did that in the very ending, kind of confusing, like after when the dad went in and basically killed himself,
Oh, it's just
or
next-
basically he
yeah.
sacrificed himself.
Next day, it cut to the next day.
Yeah, they were like draining the pool and
yeah,
everything.
that was the next day. They were crying
up the
over it. They
pool.
were just looking at the pool like, well, that shit happened.
Yeah,
Not like dad's gone.
yeah. He's like, I like how the mom was like, we could sell the house, we could go anywhere,
Yeah.
like anywhere,
Yeah.
like forget all this. He's like, but dad wouldn't want this.
Yeah.
Bury it up
Yeah.
like that.
See
It's like,
what
wait,
up.
what? Like was the guy with the what do you call those? Like
The crane. Yeah.
the
or
crate,
yeah.
the like to put the dirt on it.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't waiting patiently for
yeah,
them.
he was waiting for the dialogue to end.
Yeah, I guess so. He's like, finally.
Then he drops it. Night swim.
And
All those souls just stuck down there. Nothing's fixed.
No
they
priest
just
or
cover it
anything.
with dirt.
Like,
No priest.
yeah, they didn't get Pope Francis on the case.
the funny thing is too, it's like you know, people still hate them, right? Like the neighborhood still hate them.
Yeah.
They should cover that
Probably.
up
They-
and then move on.
Not anymore.
They probably are like, oh, he died. It's fine.
Yeah, now they would have been. Now they would be sad. They're like, oh, though he really
They're
was getting fucked up.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
so then they could be like, I'm sorry, paralyzed, nerves and shit.
All right. So where's the
Yeah.
body?
How do you even
Where's the
explain that to
funeral?
police? Yeah.
Where's the
But
funeral?
that family are probably going to jail.
Yeah,
with
that's
no
what I'm
body.
saying. There's no body.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
They just forgot.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I guess they just forgot.
the only thing they could say is that he fucking ran off. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Like he abandoned us like a creep or
Yeah,
something like
that's
that.
true.
Yeah. So
That's it.
yeah, it's just ridiculous. So after burying the whole thing, and that's when it went cut to black, and it said, "Night swim."
That's right.
Then you got the chills. Tell me you guys didn't got the chills. Remember, this is an hour. So basically, this is a 98-minute film. So basically, it's like what, an hour and 25 minutes?
38.
It's bad. So yeah, we could definitely tell it wasn't good. It wasn't the best horror film.
No.
Save your money, go somewhere else. Definitely, and this is why it was really bad.
Yeah, you'll probably never remember this movie.
Even if it goes on a streaming service, stay away from this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? You could just go camping. You'll have a lot better of, being more scared of something, in the night.
Yeah, there weren't really any like creative scares. Like,
No.
there's a lot of like horror movies that are in one location that get way more creative.
They're like, we have to make a movie. We got the money. We have to make something.
Yeah, we had to. Remember, the lights flicker, so that's pretty much the scariest part.
They're like, hit the lights, hit the lights.
Yeah, it was bad. So either that, do you guys want to talk about anything else, or are you guys good? Anything driving you home?
I wish it was the mermaid.
I wish it was a
Why
mermaid,
would Regal
too.
post that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was
Why
bad.
would they post it?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
PG-13 film. I just saw it.
Mhm.
So I wish it was a rated R film, because maybe blood would have actually done something. Yeah, I don't think so.
It might have made it like if they made it over the top, like it might have made it like goofy but in a good way, like fun, like a fun like goofy horror movie kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah, I would have
movie
liked to
so
see
far.
a mermaid eating a kid or something. I don't know.
yeah.
The boyfriend, like he's like Marco Polo.
Yeah,
like
I
just
know.
eating him. I don't know. But yeah, this is terrible. There's nothing redeeming with this, and there's people that actually will love to see this film. So, and remember, I'm pretty sure it already made up its budget. So prepare for a night swim too. So I don't know how they're gonna do it. Most likely in the lake, in a river, in the ocean.
The ocean? Ocean swim?
Oh yeah,
They'll
ocean
probably
swim.
call it ocean dive.
Well, it's like night swim too, so it doesn't really matter where you go. Maybe it'll be in the bathtub, but hopefully it'll be a lot better than this piece of garbage here. I want my refund.
Yeah,
All right,
don't
then.
watch it.
Yeah, this is bad. All right, then, guys. Well, thank you guys for listening to the Beach Whale Show movie review, and we will see you guys next time. Later, laters.